Kaniswa on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
So this is my master's degree from Full Sail University. Entertainment business was the program. Yep. And this is my bachelor's degree from Full Sail University, majoring in music.
Course Director Award for Excel in Data Reporting, Kaneswa Ava Finney.
Hey, what's up, angels? It's Kaniswa. So guys, I want to welcome you all back for a amazing and fabulous Turban Tuesdays. So guys, let's get into it. So here this week on Turban Tuesdays, we're going to discuss the topic of the need to prove their superiority. Basically, this topic is basically about how people just need to prove that they're better than you or you're less than them. Okay. So here's my story. As a child coming up, I always knew from a very, very young age what I wanted to do with my life and just what I wanted to do with my career and my life and my goals and stuff. I always knew those things at a very, very young age. I always knew that I wanted to be in the world of entertainment and wanted to contribute to that world. I always knew that I wanted to be both in front of the camera and behind it. Even with the simple stuff, like I always knew that I would be a very notable person, notable and wealthy, a very notable and wealthy individual. I always knew that. And still to this day, I know it. It's coming. I know it's coming. I remember even being in like the 4th grade, and I remember thinking about my first name, Kaniswa, and I said, a name like this is a name that's going to be in lights, and it's going to be known all around the world. And I remember being in the 4th grade, they were teaching us how to write in cursive. Now, you know, when you learn how to write in cursive, they teach you the entire alphabet, and then obviously we transition into writing our names in cursive. And I remember I would literally sit with paper and practice my autograph. And I remember one time I sat down and I wrote my name kind of out on a piece of paper. It was really big. And it was one of my classmates. I remember his name was Joshua. I gave him the paper. I said, here's my autograph. You might want to keep this because I'm going to be famous one day. And you need to keep this. You need to keep this because I'm going to be famous, so you might want to keep this. You're going to keep this autograph now. It's going to be worth some money. And he just looked at me like, she crazy. She crazy. No, I ain't crazy. But okay. So, as time progressed forward, middle school, junior high school, senior high school, and once I got to senior high school, I remember telling like my close friends that were in my class at the time, we were talking about colleges and what colleges we wanted to go to, because it was kind of getting near that time for us to start making decisions where we're going to go to college or, just what we were going to do after high school. And I remember sitting in class and I remember saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to college. I am going to attend Full Sail University. And I remember there was a teacher. I'm not going to say this teacher's name, but there was a teacher. And I remember him telling me, your mom and your dad don't even make enough money to even send you to that school. And for me, that lit a fire underneath my behind. And I was so determined to get to that school. I was so determined. I am going to go to Full Sail University. I'm going to graduate from that school. And I'm going to that school. And not only am I going to go, but I'm going to go. And I'm not going to have to worry about my tuition being paid. I'm not going to have to worry about where I'm going to stay at. I'm not going to have to worry about nothing. And I think it was my senior year, I was sitting down, and I remember hearing like the Full Sail commercial. It's the sound that the music makes in the commercial. And I remember I heard that sound. I ran over to the TV and I remember watching the commercial. I used to love to watch their commercials. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm going to go to that school. I'm going to go to that school. I'm going to go to that school. I'm going to get in. And I'm not just going to go. I'm going to be an alumni. Honey. And then I'm going to be in the entertainment industry. And then my school going to look back on it and they're going to say, yes, she went. So nevertheless, time progressed forward. I filled out my application and everything, and I got accepted. And I have not, as y'all seen at the beginning of this video, I have not one but 2 college degrees. So the teacher that told me that I would never go to that school, you might want to eat your words up now. Okay. Anyways, but I remember once I got out of school, I remember people would make snooty comments about, oh, she thinks she's all of that because she has 2 college degrees from Full Sail University. Oh, she went to that uppity, prestigious school, Full Sail University. Oh, Full Sail University isn't about all of that. It was just always something negative about either the school or me having 2 college degrees, bachelor's and master's, or it was just something snooty, just anything that would try to humble, belittle, demean, degrade, or undermine my accomplishments. And I remember looking at a lot of those people and thinking to myself, like, you could have did the same thing that I did. It's not the fact that you couldn't do it, you just didn't want to. you didn't want to, okay? You didn't want to get up off of your ass and do what you needed to do and put the work in. You didn't want to do that. So, well, it is what it is. So let's unpack this. Let's kind of break this down. Being somebody on the receiving end of that kind of negativity that was centered around my accomplishments and also things that I was at the time trying to attain and trying to get and everything. Sometimes the recipient of that kind of negativity, it can feel intimidating. Some people may be saddled with anxiety, depression, and even some people can have low self-esteem due to people, just demeaning, degrading, belittling, and everything like that. That level of negativity for me, it kind of came across like I felt intimidated, intimidated, but I also kind of felt bad at the same time. And at the time, I was just like really in my feelings about it, and I'm just like, what did I do wrong again? But nevertheless, I really began to understand, like, it's not me, like, it's really them. One side of me is just sad, and I'm just like, oh God, what is wrong with these people? But nevertheless, I remember sitting down, reading my Bible, and then I stumbled across Philippians, the first chapter. the 28th through the 30th verse. It says, do not be intimidated in any way by your enemies. This will be a sign to them that they are going to be destroyed, but that you are going to be saved, even by God himself. That kind of boosted me. That gave me like a pep talk from God, just in the Bible, and it just really helped me understand, like, those people, it's not the fact that they couldn't attain the things that I was attaining at that time. They just chose not to, you know. And then also I began to understand ambition is what drives a person to achieve their goals, and the end result is success. And I just, thinking back on it, when I was younger, I wanted to do so much, and still do. And I understood, like, as a child, I understood, like, I knew, even in my hometown at the time, that wasn't gonna be like my end all be all. I knew, like, I was so destined for something so much bigger, so much better, so much greater. And still to this day, I know it. I feel it. I know it in my spirit and my soul. But yeah, that was crazy. Like, people were just so very negative. But then I also had to start to understand that the majority of the demeaning and degrading and the negativity with those people, it also stemmed from their insecurities and their need to feel powerful. Insecure people will belittle others' abilities and accomplishments. This is also a result of the superiority complex, which is a defense mechanism that can develop over time. So, yeah, once I began to understand that, my mentality began to change. And then I also began to focus and look more at the people who I admired in the field that I'm in, the world of entertainment. The first person being Michael Jackson. One of my favorite quotes by him is,
yourself, study the greats and become greater.
This coincides with 1 Corinthians 10:11. These things happened to them as an example and were written down as warnings for us. That hits so perfect with what he said, because people like Michael, people and many others, they were put here to teach us something, and it's up to us to pay attention and learn from it. It's written in history, so we just got to pay attention and we got to learn from it. And I can definitely say from him, yes, learning from the greats, which he is considered to be one of the biggest greats of all time. But outside of that, I really learned from Michael. Put your heart into whatever it is you want to do and keep it going. All right, guys, so the next person that I look to, especially at that time and still now, everybody knows, is the marvelous Toni Braxton. Yes, as a little girl, I always wanted to be like Toni Braxton. It was just something about Toni. Toni was just so fly. She was the it girl to me. But I also paid attention to, yes, her successes, but I also paid attention to things that she didn't have any success in. And Toni coming into the entertainment industry at such a very, very young age and did not have a whole lot of business knowledge. So saying that to say this, thank you, Toni, for encouraging me to go to college at Full Sail, to major in entertainment business and music business, to gain some knowledge. Thank you so very much. But my Bible verse for that was 2 Timothy 2:15. Study to show thyself approved unto God. That is a very, very big one for me. basically just learn the business and study. The next person, very unique, very rare, the artist formerly known as Prince. Prince has a quote. He says, "Despite everything, no one can dictate who you are to others." Now, as we all know, Prince was definitely in his own lane, in his own world. He had his own style. He had his own way of just doing stuff, which basically he was truly original, okay? And from Prince, I did understand, do you, be you, and just forget about what everybody else has to say or think. My Bible verse for that one definitely is Hebrews, the 10th chapter, the 35th verse through the 36th. "So do not throw away your confidence. It will be richly rewarded. You need to preserve so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what he has promised." The part where it says confidence and don't throw it away. I could have easily fell for what people were saying. "Oh, your parents don't make enough money for you to go to Full Sail. Oh, she thinks she all that because she got 2 college degrees. Oh, she thinks she all that because she went to Full Sail University, or she's going to Full Sail University. Oh, her music career is not going to make it," or da da da, whatever. I could have easily fell victim to that. Even here on my own YouTube channel, I've even had people speak out against me in regards to her little YouTube channel will never make it. And that's why I said in a couple videos ago, I am so thankful and so humble and so grateful for my 9,000 subscribers that I got right now. It's really 9,000 plus. I'm thankful so much for y'all, because y'all are here, y'all are still supporting me, and I really, really thank y'all. Y'all, like, I'm not saying it just to say it, I'm saying it because deep down I really mean that. I really, really thank y'all so much. But I could have went down that path and listened to all of the naysayers, but I kept pushing on and kept the confidence going and keeping and believing and being confident in what it is that I'm doing. Okay, angels, so I want to thank you all for watching another amazing Turban Tuesdays with me. I hope that this Turban Tuesdays, you guys took something from it that you can apply to your life and the things that you're going through in your world. I'm here. I want to pour into y'all, and y'all pour into me, and we help each other along the way. But once again, guys, I want to thank you all for watching this Turban Tuesdays, and you all have a lovely and wonderful day. Peace.
Follow Kaniswa on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.